Don't worry, it's a good thing. It's not something terrifying.
Yeah, why do I feel like I don't believe you?
With Wicked, I'm always scared.
But also, Sound, were you... Because I don't know if it was you that did like a mini sound of like, excuse me sort of sound to Jovial, and I was like, would you be putting put the rest of us at risk?
Oh no, that wasn't me. I was just saying agreed.
Okay, yeah.
No, that was Selector.
Oh.
Okay, so I hope you guys are prepared for
The consequences.
what's about to happen.
Oh boy.
Oh, when you put it like that, that does not sound right. That don't sound good.
Let me put it this way. I don't know if my dream last night is coming true, because if it is, I am so sorry, everyone.
Do tell.
Nope, don't.
Don't.
I won't. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, let's not.
So, Kat,
Okay.
weave us our tale.
Please start the recording and let's get through this.
Let's rip off the band-aid, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Make it less painful.
All right, the recording has started. So for those in the audience who don't know, I gave everyone an option for this fight. Either they can continue fighting, or we skip to the end and they face the consequences.
We've decided to face the consequences, in short.
Thank you. So I am now going to turn off the turn order, seeing as how we're not going to need it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
As of for right now.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we're going to skip.
Oh, phew, I made it.
Oh. What was that?
Selector just resetting
That was
himself.
Selector just adjusting himself.
Sorry.
Yep.
No problem.
So we're going to skip first to Null and Dazo. As you continued fighting and Null giving his war, that freaks out the creatures long enough to say, "Run away, run away." Yes. And you see them either jump down the hole or fly out of the windows. And all that's left on your floor are the guards, the unconscious bird and spider, Nephrite and Lorelei casting cure wounds on her.
Nephrite can't. She's unconscious right now. So.
No, Lorelei.
Lorelei is casting
No,
cure
Lorelei.
wounds on her.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry. I heard Nephrite and Lorelei casting cure wounds on herself. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep. And of course, my computer is being a butt to me right now.
It
Yay,
wouldn't be a
computers.
D&D session without computer issues.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone not have any issues with technology for one session.
That will never happen.
No.
Unfortunately, we're not that lucky.
It might happen.
We can always
What do you
hope.
mean?
Back on track, though.
Anyway.
Yep. So with all the creatures flying away from your vision, what do you two do?
Can I look down the hole and see if there's anyone still down there?
You Make a perception check for me, please.
Okay. A moment.
Ooh, not bad.
Okay, so you see what looks to be a few people on the ground, unconscious. You definitely see Augmen, you see Cortana, you see Elige, you see Holnir still huffing and puffing as if he was really, really tired, and you smell smoke.
Do I see any of the children? Or any of the other monsters?
You don't see the monsters, however, you do see 2 girls and 2 boys down there.
Just slams his fist in the floor. Damn it, we lost more!
Dezo, you gotta be in the same room.
I think
No,
she's
I'm casting it on myself.
Oh,
What?
sorry.
Sophia, we talked about this. Why would you cast Healing Word on yourself when Cure Wounds does more for your buck?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Well, I casted
Negate?
it at level anyway.
Yep, and that's right. Lorelai healed you for 6.
I got it.
Blast it.
I have. Yeah. Not much, but it works. Okay, fine. Dude. Here we go.
Yep, now at this time you also hear coming down the stairs Sonia and Cassie. What's going on? They were afraid to come down and we heard the fighting.
Yeah, but just as they're coming down, I'll change back.
Yep, you see looks of shocked faces as they've never seen you in that form before.
Sorry. I'm sorry that you had to see that. I'm sorry, guys. Some more children were taken. I'm so sorry.
What? Oh no. Is everyone alright though? What? Where's Johnny?
Oh, crap, not him too! I think he might have been downstairs. Hey. I...
Right now, let's. Ow, ow, ow.
Try not to overexert yourself.
I'll try. But right now, we need to check on the others. Where? Oh, my rib. My rib. Where? Just answer me this. Where's Dezo? Or
She's in the hallway. Everyone, all the attacks in the hallway was a decoy.
Dezo's gonna slowly make her way into the room.
Can't believe they played us like that.
They have the numbers advantage on top of us. It's something we didn't think of. We thought it would just be a few. We didn't expect for them to have somewhat of a mini army.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention we didn't expect them to pull the floor out from underneath us.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, you hear a familiar voice of Avalon. She's yelling, "Hey! Some of you get down here! I need some help down here!"
Yeah, let's clear out the staircase that's blocked over here. I think it might that Dazo, that floor is broken open.
She said she was gonna jump down and
she's gonna. Then I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Because of my boon mark. My mark boon. I can do. I think. Let me double check to make sure. Okay, yes, I can. Use this. As a cantrip.
Yep. So I'm just gonna put you into your spot, Dazo, and it does not take you guys that long to clear the way, as it looked to be worked on from the other side beforehand. So you all make it downstairs in your own time and see this.
Ooh. I didn't figure you actually set the place on fire.
no, that could be a relapse from when I cast firebolts, remember?
Oh.
This is gonna go over and going to. Well, she's gonna look to Nephrite. It's like, hey, Nephrite, it's okay if I can use my
Oh, jeez.
Yep. So
now? To put out the fire?
Nephrite will just tiredly facepalm. Think about that spell for 5 more seconds. And look at your surroundings.
Okay. Then I'll just do frostbite on it.
Hug.
Okay, so you
Don't your sword.
You've cast frostbite on the flames, and your frostbite melts in the flames.
Hey, Arkungi. Get your fancy sword. Generate water.
You get no response.
Because he's unconscious.
Bingo.
Yep. Cortana, Alish, Augment, and Johnny are all unconscious.
Oh crap! So Nolan's gonna rush down the stairs if it's cleared out.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now I can do healing word.
Out of character, so just put blue dots on them then.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Nolan's gonna rush downstairs and get over. Oh jeez.
Yep. I think at this point, Nephrite will just follow Null. So, for the sake of time, just shoo. Because I don't see Null at all.
Yeah, could you just move me because I really had to zoom out.
Yep, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, for 11 hit
He-
points.
Sophia, you and I talked about this. Healing word is only for one. Mass healing word is for multiple.
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay. Ignore that. Going for this. Ah, come on! Well, it is.
I'm going to try to use digitation to put out the fire.
And that's 14 healing towards Cortana.
Wouldn't that be 19 for everyone?
No. Healing word is one person. Mass healing word is for a group. Cure wounds is for one person. Mass cure wounds is for a group. I do not have mass cure wounds because I'm not a high enough spellcaster to get that. Nor am I a full caster. So it's only 14 for Aerith.
Okay.
Is Augment up in order for him to cast Prestidigitation? There we go. So Mass Cure Wounds, 14 healing towards Augment, Alish, and Aerith.
Yeah. And also Nephrite.
Okay, and you make precipitation to put out the flames.
Is it just me, or can anybody else not hear Cactus?
Oh,
I
yeah,
can-
sorry, I was muted. Yeah, I'm using it to put out the fire. Whoops. I muted myself because unconscious, sorry.
Because the reason why I was asking earlier if you were even up to cast Prestidigitation, you still have the blue dot, even though Dazo gave you 5 HP from Mass Healing Word, and an additional 14 for Mass Cure Wound.
There we go. Cancel.
Yep, I was just reading if you can do that with precipitation because it's a very small spell.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, but yeah, he's just
enough to on each fire just to try to put each one out.
Armin's doing the same whilst. What was it? He's holding his ribs like they're somewhat broken still.
Well, I'll say this: one of you puts your fire out, but the other one actually succeeded the DC.
Okay. He's gonna look Avalon. Avalon is boss for you to put the fires out.
I can try. Okay, what is going on here? I don't know what happened, but most of my character sheets are now in this dark light.
What? Do you have dark mode enabled?
I should.
Yeah, there's a little switch on the left-hand side underneath the bar that switches from light to dark mode.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, underneath like the ruler kind of thing.
Okay. Armin's gonna. Sorry, he's gonna look to Null. Null, can you explore the place? Let's just see if there's any more fires.
Let's just keep. Just gonna keep moving throughout the floor and just constantly using prestidigitation to put out the fires.
Oh, Cat,
Yes?
you know what I'm thinking about using, right?
Oh no.
What are you thinking?
The one spell I have as a level 4 spell.
That
Keep this in mind that you don't have a lot of room to summon, and you're among a lot of people.
Don't risk friendly fire. So, and you're thinking of, don't do it.
Yeah.
Well, at least it was a nice thought to try to put all the
Yeah,
fights
it-
out.
Yeah.
It was a good idea, but no.
Yep.
I was going to use summon elemental.
Yeah.
No.
And I was going to use the water elemental to put out the fire.
Where's the water to summon said water elemental?
Yeah, you need the water.
Wait, hang on a sec. Excuse me. I'm looking.
Yep. And you hear Avalon as Ogman says, I think I have something that can help. Point your sword at the flames.
With one hand, because he still has one hand clutching where he feels he has several broken ribs. Using just one hand to point it there since he's not in combat.
Yep. Yep, and on the sword you see a small droplet of water as this comes out.
Oh, let me read that.
watery sphere. Oh,
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, my sheet's weird. Okay, never mind. Anyways,
So give me a second. So I just want to do this though. So, I don't really want to get anyone in it. So, okay. So let's try here then. Yeah, that will be 30 feet. So he's going to be targeting where the end of the ruler is,
Yep.
yeah.
just to put out the fire.
Yep,
Hold it though. Hold it though. The sphere can't be anywhere 30 feet for me. So what I'm going to do is this. Okay, so 60. So that's 40 feet, which means I need to be about here. So Armin's going to move forward with the sphere to get within range. So give me a moment. So right underneath the chandelier. And he is very obviously still holding his rib cage with the glaive out in one hand. So drop for extinguishing fires.
Just let me get.
Again, so I just want to make sure it is within 30 feet of me. Yes, it is.
Don't you want to also make sure you don't get hit by it too?
I have to within 30 feet of it.
Mm-hmm.
This music reminds me of Breath of the Wild.
That's because it is. Does anything happen, Kat?
I'm trying to get this to work.
That's okay.
it's okay.
Her computer doesn't like to work with her.
It always doesn't like to work with me on the worst times.
That's okay.
I don't know why that is.
Hey,
Hey,
it's
my
like my
computer's that
Discord.
way too.
I love it. Technology! Gotta love that.
Yeah. So we can just have RP moments whilst this is going on.
Yeah.
Yes.
By the way, with the you do remember with your weapon you got a bit of a reach, so you can actually be out of the area.
Oh. Okay then. He'll take the extra 5-foot step back to make sure he's not within range of it going off. So.
Yeah. When you cast the spell, it appears an orb of water at first before it into the 30 radius and killing all of the fire.
And leaving the ground a little soggy.
Yep. It's as if a big giant wave crashed in this area.
Thanks for the assist, Avalon.
How come? I wasn't gonna let you die like that.
Yeah. How's everyone else?
I'm fine.
A little worse for wears, but it could be worse.
You see Cortana look around and go, "Where's Quen?"
Oh, what?
What?
Then Daisy will tap her earring. It's like, well, basically still have her earring on. It's like, Quinn, where are you?
No response.
The tug's a lot.
Crud.
I don't care how much of a bad shape I'm in. He is going to immediately go bolting upstairs to one of the dryads.
What?
Unconscious dryad.
And one of the harpies, you mean?
Nope, the
Is-
dryad he knocked out.
Technically, two people are knocked out of the harpy and the
And the
dryad.
dryad.
Dryder, sorry.
Dryder, thank you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And
Ugh.
yeah, Null's gonna follow suit up there too.
Please, Elise, can you go with him to make sure Ogme doesn't do anything reckless?
Give me a second to make sure I have it in my bag because you did. Okay, I do have the rope still. Ogme's going to use all the rope he needs to tie this thing up. Let me put it this way. Ogme's about to torture this thing. For information.
That makes two of us.
Oh, Ogme's going to be a lot worse than you think.
Yeah, as soon as Null makes it back upstairs, he
Oh, someone had a bad day.
Oh, you're about to see what happens when you piss off Ogman.
same with Null. Null's gonna quickly slap the Drider awake.
Are you going to wait till after it's tied up first?
Okay, yeah, you do that first, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, because do you really want to fight a Drider in the condition you guys are in?
Good point, but anyways.
Again, Ogman is also making sure to quadruple check that the knots are tight. And that this thing can't escape.
Hit that roll survivor check so that you know that you're using double knots instead of single knots.
Can I assist since I am proficient?
Yes, you may.
Okay. There we go.
Yep, she's tied up pretty good. And you take a few moments to notice the drider now that you're not fighting it, and you definitely know this is no ordinary drider. It looks like a child almost. Somewhere between her young teen years. Black hair, spider legs, almost grown out of her, not like a normal drider.
Here's what Ogman's gonna do to wake her up. He's gonna try chopping off one of her legs.
Oh!
I'm guessing that's an
Okay.
attack roll with advantage.
Yes, it is.
Oh!
Which one you want? You want the nat one or the nat one?
Wow! The dice
No,
really
not
went
mark it.
off ya.
Mark it times 2.
That's
Drama!
not a chance.
Yeah.
These will cry out, stop. If we treat them harshly, we are no better than those we oppose. Calm down. We're going to do our best. Solve this. But torturing this person is not going to solve the problem.
Good point.
Sorry, Ogman's reaction as soon as Alish says stop will result in the nat one sort of like, okay, he pulls it back, but too much just bops himself in the head with it. Is that okay, Kat?
Pardon?
Because I said, because when Alish says stop, Ogman's gonna pull back, but do the nat one, will say he bops himself in the head. Not for the 7 damage, but for like.
You say he yells stop, you go to swing, and you have your weapon lodged into the wood, and you hear Evelyn going, ow.
Funny enough that he's down here.
He's still with the sword.
Yeah.
His whole body isn't. His essence is in the sword. He's just projecting himself. And as soon as he's go, ow, he disappears.
Yeah, Kat, did you get my whisper?
I got 5 whispers all at once.
So, no. Does either of you have any extra rope?
I've got chain.
I'd rather not use chain, but if that's all that's available.
Yeah, sadly, I don't think I have any rope.
I've got rope. Hempen rope.
Out of character. Sorry, out of character question, because I said I use as much of the rope as I need to. How much rope would I have left over?
How much rope do you have?
Yeah,
I have 50-foot hempen rope, so I use as much as I need to tie it up. How much do I have left over?
It's one whole length.
Yeah, one whole length of.
You can cut it into smaller lengths.
Yeah, and that was somewhat what I was implying with like using as much as I need to, not all of it. So how much would I have left, Kat? You can say I have 0, by the way. I don't mind.
Unless you cut it into smaller pieces, you're gonna use up all of it.
Oh, okay, so we'll say I use up all of it then. So,
Okay,
Holner,
so
use your rope.
I'll take Holner and say, I'm going to do my best to take care of this one over here and go tie up this individual tightly, but not to where it's going to make them super uncomfortable.
In the meantime, Augment, I understand your frustrations with Strider, but let's try to be a little more peaceful.
Did you say peachful?
Peace.
Peace.
He said peace.
I know. I was emphasizing for Selector.
It almost sounded like Peach.
Oh.
Whatever.
Yes, we could.
Anyway.
But we failed so many children.
So now that it's tied up, Null's gonna jar the Drider awake.
Okay, how are you gonna wake her up?
Just a light tap on the head.
You see her stir a bit and like, Mommy? As she looks up and sees all of you. Ah!
Oh,
What's going on here?
That's what we'd like to know. And Ogman is very obviously restraining his anger as best he can.
You remember what happened? Yeah, hold on. Happened over the past few hours.
Yes, we were... we were protecting children from abusers. We were going to take them to a safe place where Mommy would love them.
You mean tournament more like you?
Well, yes, I got sick, and so this was the best way Mommy said would make me healthy.
That's a lie. She's the one that made you sick. She did all this to you for her own sick, twisted game.
Don't speak badly about Mom. She loves us.
And who's to say that these orphanage workers did not love the kids that you took?
What? Don't
This
be
is an
cruel.
orphanage.
Exactly. You've been misled by this so-called mother. We're led to believe that you were saving children, but you were forcibly taking them from their home.
Abducting them. Torturing them as her mother tortured them with experiments. Saying that they're sick. If you think that's good, I won't hesitate to end you right now. And Ogman is still doing his best to restrain his anger.
Okay. Oi, okay. Take him away. Get him away from here.
But in any case, can you tell us where you came from?
Why? So you're gonna kidnap the kids again and abuse them even further? I will protect my brothers and sisters.
Please. You gotta realize... honestly, Noel just drops to his knees. Please. I've known these kids for so many years. I don't want to lose them. This is their home. Why would you take them from us?
What? What are those? What is that coming down your eyes?
They're tears. Those kids were part of our extended family. I just wanted to see them again to show them that. Just try my best to be the hero that they can look up to.
I'm sorry. Family?
Yes. That's people that mean more to you than your own life. You'd be willing to do anything for them. I'm willing to...
walks out of the room to give Nephrite the response sort of idea, so... response over the earring before walking back in, so sorry to interrupt though, but continue.
Yep. You'd be willing to do anything for them, even sacrifice your own life. Please. I'm sorry that we had to fight back, but I had to make it. Please, for the sake of saving a family.
Selector, what are you doing?
No dragon left.
Oh, that was Selector.
No, that was Dragon. I'm looking at it.
Oh, that was Selector. The sound of, like what sounded like a zipper.
Oh, that's not like a zipper. I have
Yeah.
Selector muted on my end. I'm sorry, I have him muted on my end.
Anyway, back to the scene.
Yeah.
Then why are you? Then why are you abusing the kids, making them work, keeping them all to yourselves? I've seen examples of the kids, of other kids being beaten and bruised, how they're being mistreated by the adults. We just want to save everyone so they can know mother's love.
Your mother doesn't love anyone besides herself.
You
she
don't
cares
know
about
that.
her own experiments. You know what? No. Those abuse pictures were what she was doing to you. She's using that as information to make you brainwash and think that these people here are hurting kids. Let me put it this way. If these kids were abused, they wouldn't actually be willing to actually listen to us when we were trying to keep them safe. But no, you're too stupid to realize this because you're a stupid child. When will you grow up and learn that the world is all sunshine and rainbows?
I punch him right in the ribs.
That hits no matter what I do. And Aubrey just collapsed to the ground, not unconscious, but it's just in pain.
Umgi, take him away. Arkumgi, go settle down. You're not in your right mind, and you're making things worse.
Yep, you see this guard tap Ogman and kind of takes his arm and leads him away.
So wherever the guy goes, I'll be going, Cat. So giving you permission to move the token.
Okay.
I'm sorry you had to see and hear that, lassie.
Yeah, you two see her face and she is scared.
I'm sorry you had to see that, lassie. Not all of us are like that.
You sure?
I only deal out punishment when it is needed, as do any good parent. And usually, only in the most direst of circumstances. Most parents are loving. I should know. I've had a great... I'm still quite young for a dolly. My parents were lovely.
What's a dolly?
I'm a dwarf. As you can see, I'm a dwarf. You may think, as I stand, you might think of me as a child, considering I'm only about the size of a normal child.
Are there more of your kind?
Oh, there's plenty of us. We live far in the mountains, to the north of here.
What are mountains?
Holnir pulls the rock out of that he kept from the forest, from his pouch. You say thus? You know what this is?
Big, heavy thing?
It's a rock. Now, think of this. Now, take this rock and imagine it being huge. Towering up high, higher than the trees. Up into the sky.
No, wait, that's something you're making up.
Now, why would I lie to you? We've only just met.
I don't know. But I've never heard of, mountain before?
Do you know what a hill is?
It's a big lump on your back?
Nice one, Cat.
Well, regardless of whether you believe me or not, that is where I come from. I come from the mountains far to the north of here. There are many of me, yes. And we all live in a gigantic clan. A big family, if you will. Where we all care for each other. Even the children. We all care for the children.
Kinda like my mother and brother and sisters?
We're all brothers and sisters in one form or another.
And you do see Cassie look down at the child and said, "This is your first talk with other people, isn't it?" "Well, I talked to my brothers and sisters, and they're other people."
You were never taught anything about life, were you?
I think so, at least what Mom taught me. You know, what's good, what's bad, and how...
What she wants you to specifically do. Is that the extent of what some of the things she's told you?
Yes.
So she sounds like more like orders rather than teachings. I'm sorry if that's... My apologies if that was out of line.
Tell me, child, has your mom ever given you a hug before? What's a hug? Cassie smiles and hugs the child. This feels nice.
And Null's gonna reach down and hug the child as well.
Anyone else want to chime in, or
even walk into the room? I'll Nephrite if she wants to.
I mean, I was earlier, but I didn't want to interrupt. And Dezo is downstairs.
I know, Nazo's downstairs trying to chat with...
Ogden, that's what it is.
So y'all gonna do it outright, or y'all gonna do it in the sidebar? What we're gonna do?
As Null and Cassie are hugging the child, tell me, what's your name?
My name is Triss.
Chris?
Yep, and if you look at her neck, Null, she has the number 3 on it.
I see. And knowing Elvish, that would mean it's it's Elvish for 3.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Ogman Holder would also know that.
It almost sounded
Yeah.
like Spanish a bit.
A
But
name.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say this, lass, but your name is just a number.
But that's what Mom calls me all the time. That was my name when she found me ever since I was a baby.
know someone whose name we know them by is a number as well. Her name is Quen. That means 4 in that language. Starting to believe that he came from the same place that you did.
I never met a Quen before.
Do you see? He was the one with the short elvish boy with light hair and that one miscolored eye.
No. And after taking back, no. Mostly Quen stuck into that room or downstairs. He and the spider never met.
Okay,
Mhm.
I wasn't sure. Sorry, but apparently he was taken with the rest of the children that were here.
Is he your friend?
Yes, he is. Yes, he can be a handful at times, given his age, especially for someone of his race. But he's still important. Times. It would just break my heart to lose him. I really want to find him. Hope you can. If you're willing to, please help me. Help us.
Make a persuasion.
Oh boy.
You could always tag team it with Hornier.
I don't think
Yeah.
Holney has proficiency.
I am -1 because I only have an 8 in my charisma.
Let me
What
put this
about
way.
Cassie?
Yes!
Oh,
There we go.
never
One
mind.
shot.
Wait. Let me check something. Damn it! No,
No,
you're
I'm-
out of range.
And also on top of that, I'm not even in earshot of the guy.
True. Moving on
So
though.
well, maybe Cassie could have given him advantage instead of relying on my flash of genius.
True.
Yeah. You see the child thinks about it for a moment and looks up. Okay. I'll tell you. Only if you promise me one thing.
That.
Please don't hurt my brothers and sisters in there. They're really nice and they mean well.
Do our best. But they're means willing, and we might have to defend ourselves.
Just please don't hurt them. And try to talk to Mom. I'm sure she'll let your friend go, if it's just a misunderstanding. But where I live is
What would
somewhere where I live is somewhere
You know which way it would be from here.
Yeah, so it'd be around north. And now you quickly, in Haldir, you quickly put the head that north is where Finland is.
aka the town.
Yes.
So can I also add this as well, Kat? Because I remember this from last session. Arwen told everyone that there might be a secret room in the doctor's back room, so would they remember him informing them of that?
Yes.
Most likely, yes.
So, we're gonna have to try to find a way to sneak into the. Well, considering if Nolan was told about that by Ogman, that means we're gonna have to sneak into, try to get into the doctor's house. But we need someone to open the door, but Quinn's not with us. Crap. Wait. I believe Nephrite has some lockpicking. We have some way, but we're gonna have to make up some elaborate excuse to get in, to investigate. Oh, of course, we could just tell the mayor that we're investigating, that we have a lead on the disappearance.
No, are you telling this to yourself and Holnir and Cassie and the child, or are you gonna try to tell that with the entire group?
Yeah, I'm going to discuss it with the rest of the group once we've reconvened. Well, Cassie, just keep an eye on Triss for now. You got a plan to make.
Storm, you glitched out.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Yeah, I just said that. Just had Noel tell Cassie that we'll just keep an eye on Triss, and we're going to reconvene with everyone else in the main room.
Cassie nods and says, "Don't worry, we'll take good care of her and the harpy boy that's there."
Okay, so we're all just gonna get back to the main room, and we'll just discuss what we just realized, what we figured out.
Yeah, Elise and Nephrite were trying to move one of the harpies into the other room.
Okay, you're gonna move him, okay?
Yeah, we were trying to move him while they were talking.
Alright. I will move him for you. As soon as my computer stops being a bum to me, which doesn't really happen.
I can't.
Grazie.
Yeah, Daisy's gonna try to change into her small wolf.
Porque?
She's probably going to try the adorable route, which, again, we're about to go into another combat situation.
Yeah.
And all of us are very weak.
Do we really have time to rest?
That begs the question. That highly begs the question on what information was gathered.
It seems that the Drider we spoke to was convinced that, well, the way she was brought up, it's more like she was given orders of simple ideas of right and wrong, and just convinced that the children here were being abused, and that was the reason why they were trying to save them. Convinced that that was what they were doing.
Poor girl.
As much as I would love to continue this talk, we're down two people that really do need to hear this. And Nephi will tap the earring. Ow!
Sorry.
Nephi will tap the earring to try and get in contact with Augment and Dazo. Augment, Dazo, where are you two?
You're doing loud yip from downstairs.
Oh, for the love of... I sadly have no way to talk to animals nor comprehend them. Lorelei, would you mind fetching a puppy? And also drag that puppy by the ear and tell them, stop wasting wild shapes!
Okay, and then she's gonna turn back to her normal.
You can't really hear that since your earring kind of disappeared as you transformed.
Okay.
So you see Lorelei coming downstairs, grabbing you by the scruff, and pick you up and take you back up.
Yeah, it's like kind of hear a little. It's like 4.
I am too weak for this. I am too tired for this. Just not in the mindset to cover this right now. Back to the earring conversation and focuses on Augment. Augment, where are you?
Blowing off some steam.
Would you mind coming back? We need to talk.
Fine. And before the earring goes dead, you hear what sounds like a punch against the tree before Augment starts coming back.
Just for fun, roll a strength check.
Okay.
Oh, that's how fun.
Can I pick real quick what happened?
Sure.
The punch accident combined with all the other punches to the tree that I've done accidentally knocks it over.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yes.
Great moment with the like.
So the party could probably hear off in before it's the downing of a tree.
Timber.
Anyway, moving on.
We'll just skip time. So Augment is coming up the stairs.
Yeah, and during that time frame of Augment just walking back up here, Nephrite in a tiresome yet nonchalant tone. If this was like dealing with me whenever I do my rants.
Cortana goes, it's up there.
Noted. And from the other room, and she should be loud enough for Elise to hear. Elise, we need you. We're about to talk. Thank you. Now, before any other information is spilled, Dazo, would you mind stop wasting wild shapes and be in your normal form so we can communicate properly?
You're gonna hear like a and she's going to change back into her normal form.
Thank you. Null, you have the floor. What information did you gather, and what's your recommendation for a plan of strategy?
All I was able to get the Triss, and she was found when she was a baby. From what I can gather, she doesn't know the basic things about other races, or basic concepts of things like mountains, or even of what a family is. She's never been hugged before. She was just, from what I could gather, it just seems like Flareton was just using her as an asset of sorts. Just seems like she was just giving her simple orders and simple ideas of right and wrong. And it led her to believe that the children here were being abused and that they were rescuing them, not abducting them. I even promised that we wouldn't harm her sisters, but I don't know if that's a promise I can keep.
Knowing two members in this party that already have a somewhat vendetta against a woman that we have no information about, that's a promise that you might have just let sink downwind. And she looks dead at Dazo and Augment.
In any case, she did say that they came from the north, it's actually in Thelene. And based on what Augment said, it must be underneath Flairtone's home. We might have to talk to the mayor and say that we've got this lead, and might have to look inside her house to find.
Guys, we're gonna need a search warrant, which
Yeah,
I don't think the mayor will willingly give us.
Yeah, we don't exactly have proof that she's the one behind this.
Yes, remember that we have to have proof first. Did she say anything about another entrance, one that they use? I'm sure the mother doesn't want them parading around town, even in the midst of the dark of night. So there's got to be another way in and out to that secret base.
The only other option would be trying to sneak in, and considering we're missing Quinn, the only other option I could think of is to have you try to open the lock, Nephrite.
No, I'd rather use an alternative route. This is, again, we have to tread with care, because if we don't do this exactly right, when these children are found, they're not going to be treated kindly. And if the king finds out about them, they're not going to live.
True.
The king himself isn't funding the stupid, and he swears in Infernal.
Reed looks at him and says, "Please talk to us in a language we can understand. The rest of us are being courteous enough to do so." And,
Alvin spoke. Sorry.
No, I mean when you're cussing in Infernal, that's when he speaks to you in that manner.
Oh.
But it's like, no, that's the king. The king thinks himself on a righteous crusade of human purity. He may not knowingly be helping these people, so he might be just as duped as that child in the other room. So, I mean, please try to be understanding of somebody else's position and viewpoint.
And also factors need to. It's a good chunk of us are very worse for wear, and we need to rest. As much as I don't want to, we need to rest up so that we're at least physically prepared for this.
Also, too, it might be a good idea to tackle this during the day while the doctor is at the office. She should be away from her home in case we want to try that entrance.
I had a character question, Kat, because I remember the stealth section. There was 2 tokens used. Did Armin recognize the second person? Was there the second person, or was it the same person?
You would remember that you did see someone that did not look like the doctor.
Okay, I'm just gonna cite this. I don't think that's sadly gonna be possible.
How come?
The room she went into that I thought had a secret entrance. The reason I thought so, because she went in there. A different person came out during my escape. So who's to say she doesn't have some kind of that person has a bodyguard?
Well, they have a body double. Somebody that they're using to fill their location and using an illusion to hide that the true doctor is not there. Remember, the illusions are most effective when no one suspects they're being used.
True.
So,
But you also said the doctor came here at the same time as the meeting where Null and Cortana were with the doctor. So there's multiple implications. So who's to say that the doctor that came here is the fake, the one that we saw is the real one? There's so many possibilities we still don't have the answer to.
Ogman, calm down. That's exactly why I said we all would need to talk about it. So that we can try and coincide what do we know and what do we don't know. And whatever we don't know, that's what we can find out. Instead of flying off the handle and going into a tizzy about it.
Ogman's gonna slam his fist on table. Still restrained in his voice, but sounding very little. But right now we don't even know where Quinn is. And if something happens to him, I swear to the deities above that this
Ogman.
Yep, you
That's
see.
what we're all trying to figure out by calmly planning.
Yep, you
it may
see
seem
Lord.
like we're wasting time, but we're not. We're trying to get something in motion.
Yep, you see Lord
also
like.
there is an option. We can follow the trail during the day. Null, you've been in the town with Ogman. Is there any terrain outside the town that can be used as cover or concealment?
Or I can just cast invisibility on as many of us as I can.
That's a temporary solution. I have a slightly longer solution.
As much as right now, it does sound like a good plan, but we're crying out Leash. Look at you. I can clearly see that you're very worse. Where practically among the most among us.
Nothing that a good night's sleep won't solve.
Exactly.
I have passed without a trace.
Well, which will help make it to where we can't be tracked for an hour, but that won't help us. That might be something that we use going into the town, and finding the other entrance, especially if the entrance is outside the town, which is what I'm hoping.
Or another idea. He looks to Null. You continue talking to the child and see if you can possibly get where the entrance might be, instead of just us relying on, oh hey, it could be in the town. She said north, meaning that yes, the town is to the north, but who say the entrance isn't there?
I think she said that also too because she might not know the town at all. From what you described, she might not know street names or house names or anything like that.
Good point. Might have to ask her about that.
Would you mind?
All right.
Hang on, Noel. Before you do, let me give it a try.
All right. Let's. Was that Lorelai who said that?
No, Cortana.
Oh.
Well, go.
Okay.
Just you two give it a try. Ogman, you really need to calm down. Yes, I understand that we don't know where Quinn is. Most of us were unconscious, so we really don't have much leads. Right now, the child is our only chance of trying to figure anything out. And flying off the handle, and from what Holnier told me and what you told me, nearly getting her in a point where she won't give us any information is not helping. I know I'm the one that said it's a possibility that these creatures might not be able to understand us, nor give us any information. But you three have proven me wrong, and you are talking to one little girl who has cognitive speech in order to understand us. So any information that we can get out of her is our best lead. At this present moment, the best we can do is rest and wait.
I was actually gonna call Avalon's spiritual form forth. So
Yeah, just give me one moment.
I know I will. That's why I'm not saying anything.
Mm-hmm. You picked the nicest music out, Kat.
I try.
I mean, you picked the really good, nice music
Uh,
that actually fits the mood.
She's still trying to get Avalon's spirit. Hang on a second.
I know. No, I was about to ask, like, do you want me to possibly, if I can, figure out how, send all the music soundtracks I got from the 2 Ori games to your cat?
We'll see, okay?
Okay, yeah. So I'm just gonna ask Avalon now that he's here. Keep an eye on the kids without actually going into the kids. Sort of stand guard while I get some rest.
Sure. Night guard dog Avalon at your service.
He's gonna... What is it? It's gonna chuckle, but then he's gonna wince in pain like, ow, to not laugh.